So this is the second scenario in following up from the previous video just posted. But they've basically mirrored our move so far black, and we do that. And instead of doing that, which blocks their queen out from an attack here, they actually just bring that pawn there, which kind of stops quite a few things for us, because we put the knight there, but we can't advance it there, and they do the pin. So as per my previous video, in this situation, I like putting the knight there, and I covered, a scenario where they mirrored me there. But we'll do the scenario where they move their knight forwards instead. So they're putting a lot of pressure on this knight here. So what do we do in this situation? The first thing is, let's take this bishop, get that out of the game. And then they're going to take with their bishop. Got to take it back with a pawn. But the queen can come in and do the check, which looks a bit scary. But don't panic, king goes there. And black's going to take that knight back now. And it's important we push this knight away as soon as possible. So advance that pawn. The knight has to drop, it's got nowhere else to go. And then we can bring our queen across, because we could do the queen exchange here, quite happy with that. The king slips in there. No panic, just put the king there. The queen's here to defend if it slips in again. The other thing they might do is they might put their knight there, trying to advance it this way and put pressure on your bishop. We don't really want to let that happen. Best thing to do is do a check there, then advance, drop back. Then if they advance this pawn as well, the best thing to do here, rather than taking and having him come back in here, is to drop your bishop there. So that if they take, we take back. So that's it really. There's also here, if they take there, we've got this bishop ready to take back. So everything's level. I'll play castle now. Well, our pieces are slightly more developed than theirs, I guess, but yeah, everything's pretty level at the moment. Obviously our king's not in as good a position, but I guess we'll try and swap off the queens and get in an end game. So yeah, that's about as good as you can do in that situation, I think. This is probably the only scenario I've ever done with the bishop's opening where I can't actually find a way of gaining a clear advantage, but at least we don't end up down. So yeah, don't panic with that queen attack. All is good.